to kill some 50 million Russians. A fighter from the neo-Nazi Ukrainian Aidal Battalion says the country's biolabs could have achieved that aim and should be restored.
I think it's time to restore the biological laboratories that were captured by the Russians in Mariupol. These laboratories were supposed to kill a third of the population of Russia in 10 days. It's a pity it didn't work out, but the prospect was good.
Well, first off, it may have been written as a type of sick joke about killing a third of the Russian population, but certainly Ukrainian forces, including volunteer neo-Nazi battalions, fought bitterly for these biolaboratories, those that have been taken by Russian forces, cleaned inside out, absolutely sterilized by Ukrainian troops as they retreated, or perhaps by others, by researchers, those who work there. Nevertheless, these biolabs research facilities have been a problem for Russia for many years, dating back more than a decade ago, when Russia said that an unexplained African swine flu epidemic that ran through Russia and through surrounding countries may have leaked from an American-funded biolaboratory that have been established, a network of them along countries that border Russia, and they are co-funded by the United States Ministry of, or the Pentagon, that have been researching various pathogens as well as infectious diseases, viruses, apparently for security, for defense threat reduction. Nevertheless, the United States was desperate that Russia shouldn't get its hands on any of the samples that they were studying.
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian troops, Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
The United States claims that there's nothing nefarious going on at these biolaboratories, that they're merely studying potentially dangerous diseases, infections, viruses, to mitigate the threat, to make sure that they can come up with a vaccine should these dangerous pathogens or viruses, diseases begin to spread, that they have something to work with for a potential vaccine. Russia says, on the other hand, that researching the viruses, extracting the dangerous parts, is half the way to developing weapons, to developing potential weapons that can be used, or even worse, that can leak out of these biological laboratories and perhaps mayhem, cause untold suffering, even economic damage where they leak. A sentiment echoed by the head of Russia's nuclear, chemical, biological defense forces, who says that the United States is trying to conceal, to hide the true purpose of these biolaboratories.
We have at our disposal documentary evidence of the State Department's participation in the implementation of biosafety improvement programs since 2016. In accordance with the funding plan, at least $40 million is provided to attract various nonprofit and non-governmental organizations to participate in this program alone. The documents demonstrate the active participation of the U.S. State Department in bio programs in foreign countries, as well as Washington's drive to involve third parties to conceal customers and the goals of ongoing research. Special attention is paid to the countries of the Middle East, Iraq, Yemen and Jordan, Southeast Asia, Indonesia and the Philippines, Africa, Kenya, Morocco, and Uganda. Given that the United States is unable to control its own biological facilities, the activities of American laboratories around the world are a constant source of biohazards. First and foremost, for the populations of the countries where they are based.
Essentially, irregardless of the intentions of the United States, whether they're being honest or have other purposes, Russia wants some clarity on these biological laboratories situated so close to it and all around it.